absolutely going to love your road trip to the Gold Coast with your family if you come here. Paradise Resort. They are celebrating 40 years this year, and we're about to go inside and meet the General Manager, David, and find out exactly what's been happening and why you need to bring your family here to have a road trip. Paradise Resort, it is a beautiful space that you have here, David. I'm with the General Manager. You've got to be so proud. 40 years we're celebrating this year.
Absolutely, and I've been lucky enough to have been here for the last 11.
11 years.
Over 25% of its history, I've actually been lucky enough to be its General Manager.
It's been a fairly tough time for tourism over the last 2 years, but you kind of took advantage of that and created some really cool expansions and then started to go, what is the future going to look like for us? And you've changed the plan a little bit.
We have. Look, COVID brought about the need to start thinking and being more innovative in every area of the operation, from how to deal with the staff and keep them employed, to how to manage the cash flow, to how to look at different avenues of bringing business in, and how to get more revenue streams and look at different ways of getting the guests engaged and wanting to spend and embrace more in the product, rather than just staying in a hotel room and going out and not being part of what we have to offer, which is something very special.
I think one of the great points of this particular resort, and it has been always, is that brand line that you use, which is heaven for kids.
Yeah.
And you can see that from the water park behind us.
Yeah.
But it's paradise for parents, being as the children are well catered for with the kids club and all that type of stuff. Is there any change in that? Because that seems to be your great mantra here.
Look, we have. I mean, ever since I've been here, the whole focus has been what more can we do to keep the kids engaged so that mum and dad can have that time by themselves.
Yep.
We find a lot of families don't have that backup of, grandma, grandpa, aunties and uncles living around them, and they don't have that time away from their children, even if it's 2 or 3 or 4 hours. So we've had our whole focus on give mum and dad some time, get the kids so engrossed in the activities and entertainment, all they want to do is stay on site, embrace themselves in everything from jelly and eating competitions to water fights and playing in the dunk tank or the water, everywhere.
And you have your costume characters, of course, and they do the shows and all those types of things. That's still moving forward. Location-wise, you can't beat Paradise Resort because 100 metres that way, you are on one of the most beautiful beaches in Australia.
Yep.
A 5-minute walk to the south, you're in the heart of Surfers Paradise. You do not need to go anywhere. It is all right here.
Or a quick drive to the hinterland and up to Mount Tambourine and the breweries and the vineyards up there as well. We're close to everything.
Now, of course, we've talked about and mentioned COVID and how it really kind of changed the way that most of us are doing business and how we see life.
Yep.
You've embraced technology here to create it, to make it even more contactless so people can have a really good experience and not have to be waiting in lines and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, look, I think what COVID brought about was people's willingness to engage with the QR coding and the Queensland government adopting that QR code where everybody's now got to check in. And we saw an opportunity there to increase revenue streams and the ability for a customer to say, let's grab a coffee on the way out. They're in their room, they take a photo of a QR code. As they're walking past the bar, they pick up a couple of coffees and they're in their car.
Yep.
Or they're lying by the pool and I could do with a couple of cocktails. Bang on the QR code to their sunbed. There's mum sitting having a beautiful cocktail. Dad's having one of our Sydney cider beers.
Beautiful.
Or a beer platter. Platter, and just enjoying life while the kids run around screaming and fighting. And
I'm going to have a quick go at this, all right? I'll do this QR code. We'll see how we go.
And that will hopefully...
And now we can order?
We can order.
All right. We'll get some beers.
So while they bring the beers...
Okay, perfect. It's done. I like it.
And we have the full menu on the QR code, and you can order from the shop. So some anything, any goods out of there. Tours around town. So if you want to book a tour on the Duck, or go to Movie World or Dracula's or any of those places, you can be sitting here by the pool, take a photo, bang, booked.
It is so simple. Of course, renovation throughout the whole foyer as well, which is looking magic. So
Yep.
obviously taking from that, the resort undergoing renovations as well. So new rooms, new feels
Yep.
and all that type of stuff.
And a lot of back of house too. So for the safety of customers, completely new fire systems throughout. All of the air conditioning's all brand new.
Yep.
Everything back of house, completely new phone system. So now we have a digital system where calls to anywhere in Australia, free.
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 Free phone call, so
You
you
can go
can
in
tell
your
your
room,
friends you're
you
having
can-
fun at Paradise Resort.
Absolutely.
I wish you were here.
Absolutely.
I
So
love this. I can see the beers coming as well. This
That-
QR code's working a treat.
that quick.
And they're coming over now, I believe. Here, like, look at this. Come on, bring
Bring
these
'em over.
beers. Don't be afraid. We're just having a chat. No, please, come on. This is amazing. I love the way that you've embraced technology.
Look, I think
And-
that's been the saviour. Look at that.
Hello.
And icy cold too.
Oh, look at this, and we've got a tasting platter. You can't get better than this. And I saw as I came through the foyer, you've got a new over 18s bar and everything coming to the resort.
Yes, we're currently designing a complete new bar area within the main building, which will be a lounge bar, aptly called Ocean Blue Room, after the very first name
Yes.
of this hotel.
I remember that 40 years
Yep,
ago. There was
so-
a nightclub here as well
Yep,
and all that
that's
type
right.
of stuff, which is then morphed into becoming the kids club area and all that type of stuff.
Correct. So that'll be named after, to keep a bit of history going. And then outside, a 25-metre swimming pool with another bar alongside it, so you can sit in the bar in the pool on a bar stool. Again, have a nice quiet beer
Oh.
and a swim, and that's only for adults. So no children allowed. Kids
Well,
can play around here.
I'm going
And
to
I
say
think
cheers to you, my
we
friend.
I think we should celebrate to that.
You need to come to Paradise Resort. You need to make this part of your road trip. It is amazing. Cheers, my
Cheers.
friend.